Hello, everyone. Welcome to this lovely view of my ceiling, which you are seeing because I'm lying in bed. And that's where I'm going to stay for the rest of the day. Not that there's much of the day left. I suffered the consequences of stress and overwork today, I think. Because I was doing the Dark Souls 2 stream, and I got into the boss fight with the guy. And I don't know, like, I'm always a little stressed during a Dark Souls boss fight, because usually there's a lot of people watching, which adds an element of stress. And they're tough, like, they're difficult fights, and I engage with the game pretty hard, so, my pulse goes up and I get stressed out. But this time I felt my heart jump into my throat, and I felt like I couldn't breathe properly, and I realized pretty quickly that, oh, wait, no. No, I'm having a panic attack right now. This is not just boss stress. This is a lot more stress. Because I have worked, without wanting to toot my own horn, pretty hard over the last couple of weeks to just, to make as much stuff as possible. I'm trying to do the Dark Souls videos, get them scheduled out ahead of time, and I've been trying and failing to keep up with what League of Legends is doing right now, in terms of the lore and the Wild Rift game, and there's so many videos I haven't made that I want to make, and obligations that I've been very bad at following up on because I just don't have the time to do it. And I think today I suffered the consequences of that, because yeah, plus just the state of the world, all the shit that's happening in the US, and the pandemic, and it's just a lot, and I have not been giving myself a break at all, because I'm always, being a YouTuber, this thing is, it's always, trying to be sure that I have my rent for next month, and ad revenue, unfortunately, is a big part of that. And making new videos is the main way that I get, new supporters on Patreon and stuff, so it's kind of not optional. And so I have worked a lot with no weekends and no days off because I work from home and I don't have a boss or a schedule. So I'm kind of always working all the time. And I guess it caught up to me today. I am 32 almost, so I'm not a kid anymore. I can't just exhaust myself and bounce back like I used to. So yeah, I've had back problems for a while, because I spend so much time in front of a fucking computer. And they can give me chest pain. The pain from the back can radiate into the chest, which doesn't help anxiety at all, let me tell you. And that was happening as well, on top of the difficulty breathing and tightness in the chest, and, I've tried it before. I know what it is, I know what it feels like, but it's not fun. So I had to cancel the stream. And I really didn't want to. Because I know those streams, people get so excited for it, and I just didn't want to let anyone down. So, because I knew when I was about to start the stream, my back was acting up, I was already feeling a little tense, and I knew I shouldn't have done it, but I should have pushed it, but I just didn't want to disappoint anyone. So now here we are. I'm taking a couple of days away from work, just completely away from work, probably also staying away from social media a little bit, as much as I can. I'm a little addicted to it, plus I'm trying to keep track of how my friends are doing, because they're not doing so hot either right now. But yeah, just because my body gave me a signal today that says, stop, you fucking idiot. Stop doing that. So my flatmate, who is substantially more sensible than me about this, basically told me, hey, maybe, like, you've been having more anxiety recently, and you've been working really hard, and maybe you should cut yourself a break, you dumbass. After your hospital scare, and after, after everything else. And so I've decided to listen to them. And I'm taking a couple of days off. And recovering. And the channel will take a small financial hit for that. That's okay with me. Don't worry about it. I've put a lot of hard work in, and the channel is doing good right now. The Patreon is doing good right now. And I've mostly been pushed by the fear of, what if one day it isn't doing good anymore? What if I stop and all of a sudden it all falls apart? That kind of thing. So I'm going to invest a little bit of time into taking care of myself. And my body, which is protesting against all the fucking time I spent editing those videos and doing the 8-hour stream, ranking the things, and all the other shit I've been doing. But yeah, I want to say I'm sorry for those who tuned in and wanted to see the stream and it didn't happen. I'm also trying to tell myself that in my experience, most of you are going to be okay with it. Most of you probably would prefer that I don't, hurt myself to do this. So that's what I'm trying to hold on to, instead of letting the guilt set in. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm gonna end this video now. Just anyway, that's how I'm doing. We